Hello everyone, the 316 here with another Mcfarlane Toys DC Direct, DC Multiverse figure review. Here I have the Crisis on Infinite Earths Joker. The figure retailed for I think $26, $27.99. I was finally able to get one through a pre-order on Amazon, I believe. Really glad to have this Joker. I only have one other Joker figure and we'll compare it to that one in a little bit, but this was the Joker I was waiting for. I like Joker with a hat, personally. He's fine without a hat, but this one, I don't know. I just really like this one. And, he comes with his trench coat over top his suit. And where is he? He's right there, yeah. He looks just completely like that particular comic book art. So, I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's open him up. Out of the box, we can take a look at the accessories. He comes with a stand. Put it in the pile. He comes with the card. A little read up on the back. Gonna put that in the binder. And technically he has two more accessories. One of them's on him, of course, which is his trench coat. We will take it off, but he comes with a very nicely painted revolver. It actually has a brown paint job on it. I don't know if I'm going to keep him holding the revolver, but you can put it in either one of his trigger finger hands. I think it's designed for his right hand, or left hand rather. Yeah, this finger, it's a bit stiff there, but he can hold it in this one. I'm having a tough time, of course, getting it in there just because of how it's shaped. All right, let's put it in the left hand. Put it in the left hand. Okay, this one. Dude, this one doesn't want to move at all. Goodness. Alright, let me try this out. Come on, get in there. What? Alright, I'm pausing. Man, that took forever to get him in there. There you go, though. Yeah, definitely not gonna... I'm gonna give that revolver to someone else. But if we move Joker over real quick, we can take a look at this comic book. Just like all the others, has just the standard... or the new standard, I guess, DC logo. And this is a reprint of this particular Crisis on Infinite Earths comic. Gives you an idea. I'll probably read that later. But put that in the pile with the other comic books I got. The main star of the show, of course, being the Joker figure. And like I said, I only have one other Joker figure, but this is the one I was waiting for. This one, I think, just really screams to me like this is Joker, you know? He's got a similar head sculpt to that Silver Age Joker that came in the digital line, but I just think I like this head sculpt a bit more, especially with the hat, which is not removable. I mean, you might be able to with a bit of heat. It definitely looks like there's a seam line there, so you could probably take the hat off. Let me see if I can get his head off. Okay, I got his head off, but it took the peg with it. Yeah, it's definitely two separate pieces. The hat is definitely a separate piece, so... if you want to try to get that hat off, be my guest. I'm going to leave mine on. But what I am going to take off just briefly is this trench coat, which it's actually a nice trench coat. I do wish there was some wires in here, but for what it is, how it fits on the figure, I think it's fine. It flows nicely, but let's go about taking this off to see what's underneath. All right. That was mostly pretty easy, although the sleeves popped in. I mean, I'm going to put the trench coat back on him, don't get me wrong, but yeah, you might have that issue. As far as I can tell, this figure, I believe, is mostly reuse, except for that head sculpt, and maybe the hands. The head sculpt is definitely, I think, the only new thing here. I believe this torso piece was used in the Punchline figure, as well as the legs. The legs, I don't think, are reuse of the other Deadly Duo Joker mold. No, pretty sure these are different. Yeah, I'm just looking at these. I think that the legs, they're different. Yeah, they're different. It's hard to tell though. Again, yeah, I'm pretty sure these are different. Yeah, definitely different. So I think this is a complete reuse of the Punchline Joker figure. I don't have any other Joker head sculpts, but this is a good base body Joker for whatever you want to do with it. He's got the purple gloves, kind of like first appearance Batman. That's what it reminds me of. I will say, somehow, even though the trench coat isn't that heavy, he's having trouble standing up on his own. Maybe I should grab that stand again. It seems to be this leg that's giving me trouble. That's better. But I like that they added the painted pinstripes on both the legs as well as the crotch piece. You know, they didn't need to add that detail, but it's appreciated. Of course, the torso's tie and flower is painted, and I think the green is painted as well. I think this might be a yellow. Yeah, it looks like this is molded yellow on a light green torso piece. Actually, the easiest way to tell would be is that really purple underneath? I'm trying to see. It actually, that's weird. Okay, so this is unpainted, from what I can tell. That's weird. So it's painted green for sure. The coattails look nice. It's a good looking, figure without the trench coat, but of course the trench coat completes the look, especially with this lilac lavender style hat piece. I almost said helmet for some reason. Alright, I'm going to put this off on camera. I will say I had a hard time getting that back on. It's just, I think the way the stitching's done, there's kind of like a bit of thickness to it, and it's hard to get it to lay just how you want it. I think this one's a little too low personally, but I'll fiddle with it off camera. Not too big a deal, but I had a lot of this where it kind of hung out a bit too much. Trying to get the flower to hang out a little more, but I think that's as best as I'm going to get it. Maybe if I pull up on the back here, it'll layer it better. I'm not sure, but anyway, let's look into articulation real quick. You got a lot of tilt on the head sculpt, which is great, especially for Joker. Looks up a decent amount, looks down, and it's not the hat that gets in the way in either of those. It's actually the hair and the chin here. He's got such a long chin that he can't really look down all that much. Arms-wise, he can get a full T-pose out of it, maybe a little bit higher if you want to chance it. And I really like that, the cloth goods wrinkle around it and it doesn't get restricted, especially if you just keep the one arm up. What will get restricted, of course, is pulling his arm forward or backward, but, it pulls up the sleeve just a little bit, but you can easily fix that if you wanted to. The torso piece here, it's hard to turn because of the rubber coattails back there, but I don't really like this crotch piece. It feels like he's missing his stomach and he's got a big dick. Like, that's what it looks like to me. I tried to re-angle it, but no matter what I do, it seems to want to be in that position at rest. So he does have the double jointed elbows, and the trench coat does not get in the way of that. That's nice to see. I do like that. Like, that does not get in the way at all. Hopefully it doesn't. Oh, no, that was easy too. All right, awesome. All right, kick forward wise, he can get a very good kick forward. It does morph the diaper, but he has a smaller diaper. You could probably cut the diaper up a little bit, but you could get him into sitting poses. But again, you can kind of see the diaper get a bit. Well, he lost his penis when he sits down, and now he has it back again. Anyway, splits wise, he could probably do a full proper split. He's very close, like Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'd say backwards wise, actually a bit more than I was expecting, but I think that's just because of the slight rotation in that. There's barely any. He has the double jointed knees, which are stiff on mine. I'm trying to bend it. Ugh. I always have a problem with either the double jointed elbows or the double jointed knees. Anyway, that's what that gets on that. And then the ankles here, it is a ball joint in there, but because of the way the pants are shaped, you're not going to get a ton of pivots. Forward and back's pretty decent. And then he's got a stupidly good toe bend for, wearing a dress shoe. But yeah, I think this figure is in my top 10 figures of the year of 2025. Would you guys like to see that? 2025 best figures and worst figures? Let me know. But it's, if I can get him to stand up, my favorite time of the review. Size comparisons. So, my ruler's stuck. No. Alright. Joker here at the top of his hat stands at about 7¼ inches tall. Let's go ahead and move him over to the right here. so we can see what he looks like if he would stand up properly. There we go. Let's see what Crisis Joker looks like with the rest of my figures here. And he's a tall boy. Like, he's taller than Samoa Joe and John Cena. And John Cena is leaning forward now that I look at it. I wonder how many videos he's been doing that. But yeah, he's about the same height as Arkham City black and white Batman. Like, he's that tall. Actually, he's taller than the Halo Spartan Yoroi figure back there, too. Man, this guy's tall. Slender Joker works better than Fat Joker, if you ask me. I already brought this figure down and showed him off briefly, but here he is next to the Deadly Duo Joker. And, you know what? I'm going to do a head swap real quick. Yeah, so the entire peg came off, so he's got no neck, but I'm not sure I like that. I think the tones just don't work well. And here's Joker with all of the other Batman rogues I have here. Got the Collector's Edition Professor Pig. We got Scarecrow there. We got the Platinum Two-Face, Classic Riddler, Deadshot, Catman, Clock King, Zaz, Penguin, and Azrael, of course. And then we got him next to other members of the Bat family, Barbara, Steph, Gordon. Yeah, this Joker is just so awesome. This is like the Joker for my collection. Obviously, I have the Deadly Duo one, but this one is just incredible. This figure just has such shelf presence. The purples, there is nothing I have bad to say about this figure other than the revolver not fitting in his hand all that easily. This is definitely in my top 10 of 2025, but you know what? I'm going to make that top 10 video this Saturday. Top 10 Mcfarlane figures, DC, of 2025. I'm going to do it before January's over. But let me know what you guys think of this figure. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe, and hit the bell. It all helps out the channel. And as always, peace.